Hello, everyone. La13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Sorry, my nose itches. We're going into this, hopefully all right. I had to restart my computer in between, so, fingers crossed, everybody. Okay, December 28th, 9:51 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. We'll see. This is it. Judgment Day. Garbage Day?
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Whoa. Very good? Nobody dead? No elevator stopped? Hey, what's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Oh, we got electrocuted. I guess the shock hasn't worn off my run-in with the stun... Oh, wait, I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun from yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. All right, well, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! We're shocking the shit out of everybody. What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. What is she gonna do? Electrocute a car? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Yo, pal! Oh God, gumshoe. Well, what's gotten into that girl? I tried. All right, I tried. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Oh, really? I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way... After that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edward? Oh, hold on. Sorry. It's like late o'clock at night. I'm tired. I know exactly why. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? That's why he has the bird to remember the DL6 incident. Remember the bird said it was important? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. I guess. So does that mean that Yanni's going to be found guilty? That murder? All right. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Do we have any other courtrooms in this building? Because I've never seen any other ones. They all look exactly like this. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Huh? Right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Oh, come on. Don't be awed into silence over every little thing he says. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. Like he's gonna. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. This is not about to go well. Some other BS is gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Ugh. Okay, so essentially we need to get him to admit that he's Yanni Yogi. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. He was running away, it's just technicalities. I see. But valid objection so we don't convince the jury of something. Very well, please begin your testimony. Come on, Yanni. Ah. Okay, well, why I left court. Really sorry. No, I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. Oh, I got you. Polly, we're getting the bird on the stand, aren't we? This is going to be some BS of monumental proportions, isn't it? We've done stupider stuff, all right. Why else would Polly get brought up again? Right? Instead of, if he was just like, oh yeah, I had to get things for my bird, that'd make sense. But the fact that he named the bird, we're getting the damn bird on the stand, aren't we? Very well. Let's begin with the cross-examination, shall we? Well, so he has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, so that's the play. We got to start with that. I was real sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to go buy some food for Polly. I'm pretty sure I got a press there, but I had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I need one of those motive thingies. Let's press here. I think you say you had no motive. I say you do. You had a grudge. Why am I pressing this? You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Leading the witness. Yeah, this isn't... Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove that he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over again until his trial ends. First things first, I have to prove this man is who he is. And to do that, the motive will prove itself. Can we press on that? Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats high-quality bird pellets from France. France? Good God, buddy. Even my cats don't eat like that. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. Okay, but you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Huh? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. No, wait, that's relevant. That's 100%. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. Just then let him talk. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Oh, for God's sake, please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Okay. Let's go back. Do I have anything? No. No. Nope. Nuh-uh. I mean... I'm gonna save it before I screw this up. If I present the bird...
Objection!
Is this the bird? The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can't... okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna load this. This one's too difficult to keep screwing around with. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to go... I figured I had nothing to do with this incident anyhow. Let's press here. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim that he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove that he's in on the... What's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. So we gotta show the parrot at that one? I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, continue. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over again now. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or the lack thereof into question. But does it really have anything to do with the current case? Yep. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with the case and thus no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim, or are you saying that you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Oh, don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Shouldn't we have some sort of something on file? Let's see, 15 years ago, this is 2003, they didn't start collecting DNA evidence in trials. See, okay, DNA evidence was first used in 86 in London. Didn't start becoming a regular thing until 87. And then the database for DNA wasn't being used until the 90s, according to that kill count that I watched for Totally Killer. So if that's the case, they wouldn't have fingerprints on file, and also there's a very good possibility that he could have burned them off from his time at the Wet Noodle. Ah, crap. Shouldn't we have some sort of literally any medical records to prove that this man is Yanni Yogi? Oh God, no, because it would have been the 80s, and they wouldn't have cared about literally anything in the 80s. All right. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Are you sure there's, like, nobody on staff to, like, identify him? Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. That's the part that you took away from... Is that the fact that he was an honored court bailiff for years? That's not the part you take away from this? But that he was involved in the DL6. All right. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. No, that's a valid statement. If. Hypothetically, if. Now, your objection can be that the court doesn't work on hypotheticals. But in the theory that this is, in fact, Yanni Yogi, he does have a motive. Now, whether or not he would remember the motive is something that we can 100% put into question. Right? Because if he can't remember who he is, he can't remember a motive for this. Then we would just have to prove that there is something around to remind him of a motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? The parrot? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that this witness has lost his memory. No, because he's got a memory bank in the form of a bird. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove that he's Yanni Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay, actually. It's quite simple. Your Honor? Please take this man's fingerprints. But that's the problem I've got. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. But they didn't take fingerprints 15 years ago. Would they have? They would have had to have just started. Right? Because if this game was made... Hold on, I gotta do math. I'm really bad at this, by the way. So if this game was made in 2003, and the event happened 15 years ago, that would have been 1988, which would have been the time that they would have been taking fingerprints, because they just started using the database. They would have been using like DNA evidence and fingerprinting and all of that kind of stuff, for sure. But the database to register it wouldn't have been established until the 90s. So that also means that there would be fingerprints on file in a physical hard copy somewhere, unless they digitized them, which I don't think they did. If, our one version of the case file missing would have been an issue, rather than us just getting an additional copy of it. But if all of that is true, we would have nothing to compare the fingerprints to, because the file would be gone. At least in theory. I see, that makes sense. Of course. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Oh? What? What? No fingerprints? Did Yanni Yogi have none? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. Oh, crap. All right. I mean, I think I still have some of my fingerprint. So I use this device here to undo a clog in my 3D printer. And my 3D printer gets up to 260 degrees Celsius. So, sometimes I'm working with that. And I put this on the wrong hand, by the way. This is the hand that's tempered for, doing stuff with my 3D printer. So it's used to high temperatures. This one is not. So I accidentally did this with it. And I've burned off a significant chunk of my fingerprint. So, I get that. But no. What? I mean, some of it's coming back, but I guess if it was a chemical plant, that makes sense. Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints to hide off your past. Yeah, he did. I would hate to imagine what you would have gone through, though. Because if 260 degrees Celsius means that I still have a little bit of fingerprint left. Yeah, I can still see the ridges. It's not super great, but I can still see the ridges in my own finger. So, if that's the case, how hot did you have to get it if 260 Celsius, which if you're not familiar with Celsius, that's fine, but 100 degrees Celsius is how we boil water. So 2 and over a half of boiling water degrees is what I burned my finger on, and I still have print. Now, granted, I didn't smear it around, though. I just put on and pulled off. Now, he probably could have gotten away with 260 if he put it on, he rubbed the crap out of it. But I can imagine that would hurt like a bitch. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, then I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. I disagree. I think there's another way. No. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna save it. And then, I'm gonna get the bird. I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? We're gonna reference the parrot. Yeah, very funny. Here's some sore winner, Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to.
Yep, Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? Oh, on my proposal. There's no way in a court of law this would actually fly. I love it. This hijinks, man. Only in Phoenix, right? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's parrot. Pet parrot. Enjoy that upstart. Order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you ask? This is a farce. I object. I object to your objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Mr. Von Karma. I have the right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Really? Of course. Should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Absolutely. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Hell yeah, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except for the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. And that's where we're ending this, on this cliffhanger. I'm just going to be evil about it. We're at time anyway, man. What do you want from me? Well, anyway, drink some water, eat a food, take your meds if you forgot about that. And that's all the time we've got for this episode, so take care, everybody.